Let me start with something strange about human nature. Most people think breaking is loud. It happens in stillness, a crash, a moment everyone can see. But that's not how it really happens. For people who have carried too much, the breaking point is quiet. It's a whisper, a slow, invisible collapse. It doesn't happen in chaos. It happens when someone finally sits down on a bus seat, on a bathroom floor, softly, on the edge of a bed, like a bridge, holding more weight than it was ever built for. And instead of crashing, it just folds, silently, as if the heart itself is saying, I can't hold all of this anymore. If you know that feeling, then this is for you. Because today, we're exploring the hidden psychology of people who have gone through too much. There's a question people like this hear a lot. Why are you so calm about things that should bother you? And the truth is, it's not calmness. It's not peace. It's numbness. The kind that forms when your mind has been stretched too far for too long. It's what happens when your emotions have run too many marathons without rest. Most people think resilience means strength, standing tall, fighting the storm. But when you've lived through too much, resilience doesn't feel like strength. It feels like survival. Something you did because you had no other choice. And over time, that changes you. People can feel it, even if they can't explain it. There's a depth in your eyes, a softness in how you listen, a pause before you answer simple questions, a kind of quiet weight you carry everywhere. Psychology has a name for this. It's what happens when the nervous system gets overwhelmed too many times. It adapts, not perfectly, but urgently. You become more aware, more alert, always scanning, always preparing, even when nothing is wrong. So if you overthink, if you read into tone, silence, small changes in behavior, if you prepare for problems that haven't even happened, there's a reason. Your mind learned that uncertainty wasn't safe, so it built defenses without asking you. And even when you heal, those patterns don't disappear completely. They linger, like old foundations underneath a new building. People who have gone through too much learn things most people never have to learn. They can read silence, not just the absence of words, but the meaning inside it. They can feel tension before anyone says a word. They know how to avoid conflict, like stepping around broken glass. They know how to calm others while their own heart is shaking. And here's the important part. These aren't personality traits. They're survival patterns, built slowly, repeated daily, wired deep into the mind. But something unexpected happens. Instead of becoming cold or distant, many of these people become deeply empathetic. They notice everything. A forced smile, a slight shift in tone, a pause that feels a little too long. They understand pain because they've lived it, and that creates a quiet contradiction. You become the person who is always there for others, the one who listens, who understands, who knows exactly what to say. But inside, you're carrying things you've never said out loud. You learn how to hold everyone else, but struggle to hold yourself. You give clarity while living with unanswered questions. Not because you don't trust people, but because at some point you learned that relying on others was unpredictable, and unpredictable felt unsafe. So you became independent, not out of confidence, but out of protection. You learned how to self-soothe, self-reflect, self-correct, because you had to. And that creates a quiet duality. On the outside, you seem calm, capable, grounded. On the inside, you feel tired, sensitive, sometimes overwhelmed. You can be open and guarded, caring and distant, present and somewhere else entirely. It's not that you fear vulnerability, it's that vulnerability has come with consequences before. So now you reveal yourself slowly, in layers, not to hide, but to protect. And here's the truth. There is nothing wrong with you, nothing broken. Your reactions make sense. Your caution makes sense. Your depth makes sense. Your mind adapted to what it had to survive. And within that, there's something quietly beautiful. You love deeply. Even if you don't show it loudly, you notice small things that others miss. You appreciate peace because you know chaos. You value honesty because you've seen what pretending costs. And no matter what, you keep going. Even when you're tired, even when your thoughts feel heavy, even when the future feels unclear, you continue. Not because you're unbreakable, but because you've already been broken and found a way forward anyway. There's a kind of wisdom that only comes from this, a kind of self-awareness that isn't taught, but lived. But beneath all of that strength, there's still a quieter truth, a part of you that wishes things had been easier, not perfect, just gentler. A life where you didn't have to grow up so fast. A life where your mind didn't always prepare for impact. A life where you didn't always have to be the strong one. And yet, you're still here, still moving forward, still learning, still becoming. You didn't just go through too much. You grew through it. And now, you carry something powerful. Not loud strength, but quiet understanding. Not perfection, but perspective. Because people like you don't just experience life. You interpret it. You reflect on it. You turn it into meaning. And without even realizing it, you become someone others turn to. For honesty, for calm, for clarity. Because you understand what it feels like to carry something you can't fully explain. And that understanding becomes your light. So the real question isn't, why am I like this? The real question is, what will you do now that you understand? Because your depth is not a burden, it's a strength. Your sensitivity is not a flaw, it's what makes you human. And in the end, people who have gone through too much become something rare. They become lighthouses. Not because they've never felt darkness, but because they know exactly what it feels like to be lost. And that's why their presence can guide others, even in silence.